Hi, beautiful souls. Thank you for watching and welcome. I'm Gabrielle, retired medium in Germany, and I like to share some of my otherworldly experiences and insights. So, this one is about a channeled Elohim answer to a desperate mother. I recently had another event in a little spiritual center nearby where I do public demos of mediumship and Q&A, channeling the Elohim, and they give answers to the questions of the public. So there was a mother who was coming, and she wanted to ask a question, but she did not really ask. She started telling her story and explaining, and it went on and on and on without any question. And some people are not able to ask a question, and they get lost in their stories because they're also not used to take a step back and be the observer of your life story. So I can understand that, and it sometimes is hard to really formulate or phrase a question. What is it that you really want to know right now? I have the same problem sometimes as well. And I'm sitting there with closed eyes as a conscious channel. I also witness what's happening, but I don't know who I'm talking to, and I don't see the people, and I don't even want to see them, to not get distracted looking at them and getting into their story. So I step aside, and I have my little procedure, and then the Elohim come in and they answer. So this woman was telling her story about how she's kind of unhappy and the weirdo in the family, and even her daughter broke up with her and did not want any further contact with her. That was kind of hurting for her. Of course, I can understand that. And she was worrying and trying to describe and got lost in the story. And then I was already getting impatient inside of me. But I really admire the Elohim. They have much more patience than I have. But after a while, they softly interrupted her and said, "What is your question?" So they reminded her that she wanted to ask a question and not get lost in her story. And then she tried to get herself together again, and she said, "Well, what to do? I'm thinking about taking a new approach, a new trial to renew the contact with my daughter who broke up the contact with me, and so on." And their answer was simply, that really blew me away. They said, "You are looking for your soul family, and this is not your biological family. So you can stop worrying now about your daughter who broke up the contact with you. You have done enough and you did your best. She has her own path, and maybe she needs that to find her own way. But now it's up to you to no longer run after her and try what is not meant to happen now. You are meant to go your own way, find your soul family where you feel at home, the like-minded people you always longed for and searched for. And there you will get that feeling that you are longing for in the wrong place, in your family, with your daughter. And with my closed eyes, I could hear this woman kind of sobbing in relief. And then they said another thing. They said, you only think you are a bad mother because you did not manage to keep the contact. That's a cliche or a false belief. We tell you, you did enough, you did your best, it's not your fault. She's got a different path. So please let go now of these ideas. You have to do something else, you have to do more, and even kind of act against your own inner feelings. You're not a bad mother, you're a good mother. You did everything you could, and now it's your turn to care for yourself. And I heard her sobbing these happy tears of relief. And I was kind of relieved as well, because I did not know where this would go. And I like to share that with you, because we're so into these cliche thoughts and false beliefs, especially about being a good person, being a good mother, or being a good daughter. Sometimes we need very, to us, brutal looking things like being bullied by the kids in the school, or that the daughter broke up contact, or even you as the daughter broke up contact with your parents because it never went well. And I even know now that one of my Egyptian lives was with my mother in this life and one of my sisters in this life. And these were always the two persons in my life, in my family, which I never got along with very well. And I felt bad about that. I thought, I'm a bad daughter, I'm not really loving my mother, and why can't I love my sister, although she's a bit difficult, and everybody had problems with her. I know now that in one Egyptian life, we were together in some kind of a harem, and they were jealous of me because of the man liking me more than them. And they poisoned me in that Egyptian life because of their jealousy of me, because the man liked me more than them. And that explains a lot to me now, why I always had some kind of difficulties with my mother and this one sister. So maybe that also helps you, to give you another idea. We don't know normally about these old connections from other lifetimes where we maybe didn't get along very well as well. And now we're incarnating together in one family to try to make it better. And sometimes it works and sometimes it does not work. And if it does not work, then stop worrying, just let it go. Maybe it's not meant to be like that in this lifetime. On soul level, we have no problem to forgive another, and on soul level, we are always brothers and sisters, and everything is okay, because there we are much more in unity with the divine soul, the consciousness of source that is in our soul present. But as a human, we can't perceive that much of this divine presence in us. We have to learn to turn to that and to listen and to make contact with that. It's all in here. So stop worrying. There are answers you could have never imagined, and I hope this will give you some relief as well. Thank you for watching, beautiful souls. Blessings, love, and light to you watching. Bye.